back to my channel. My name is Isita, and today we're going to be discussing how to be more organized in your life, and not just how it appears on social media for persons in the social media sphere to make it look as if that, you know, they have all this shit together, because we don't. Nobody does. Nobody's life is perfect, but there are people who are winning with productivity. There are people who are winning in their lives, and we need to be okay with that. We need to be okay when people are doing well and doing better than us, because I just let life go. Can't bad man everybody for them things. One of the things with being productive is you have to identify your goal. You have to identify what it is that you need to get done, and not even so much the time frame, but all of it. So I would suggest that the first thing you do is to write a list of everything. And I have something called a brain dump. On my brain dump list, on my to-do list, especially when I'm really feeling overwhelmed, I grab a pen and paper and I just write down every single thing that I have to do for however long it is. It doesn't matter the time frame. It doesn't matter whether I have the resources or the time. I'm just going to write down every single thing that I need to get done. And sometimes that list will run for pages and pages. And it's something I have to go back to months and months. But at least it gives me a clear understanding that there's all the things that I have to do is on that list. And all I need to do is go back to that list to kind of figure out how I'm going to get it done. So you have to identify your goal. And by identifying the goal that you're having, is you have to figure out what are the things that you have to get done. So in a practical life space, you want to write down all the things that you have to do for your kids, all the things you have to do for the household. If you have your passport to do or a visa to renew, an event to go to, an outfit you need to get for that event, you need to find time to do your hair for that event, you need to buy a new TV, or you need to go and check out how much it costs to buy a new TV. Whatever it is that you want to do, you have to think about the goal. You have to think about the end goal. After you identify the things you need to do, you have to then now make a plan. So then you're going to start putting practical basis. So these things that you have on your list, these are what you would consider the major task. And then you have subtasks, because there are things that you can knock off in one go. I need to call my mom and remind her something. You can do that right away. You can do that. So go through your list and do the things that you can do that's going to take like 10 or 15 minutes and cross them off your list. I use Notion to kind of plan and organize my entire life. So I have everything in there, from my personal life to things that I have to do with clients to my 9-to-5 job. So everything is in Notion, which helps me to keep everything in one space. It's always at the tip of my fingers. So after you tackle the things that you can really knock off your list in less than 5 minutes, you're going to go on to the bigger things and see what else you can do. Now, this is the reason why I say I use Notion and I use digital spaces for this, because then if I don't even have time to knock off the things right away, I can organize them in spaces of what needs to be done now, what needs to be done, what's going to take a day, what's going to take an entire day, what's going to take 30 minutes. And I can put them in categories in my Notion or in any digital space, on your notes pad, on your reminder. You'll have an idea what task will take longer. Notion has this cool thing where you can pretty much set it how you want it. If you say you have to do passport and it's going to take you 2 weeks, you can put it as high priority and say that this is going to take me at least 2-3 weeks to complete, because I need to go take photos, get forms signed, gather the forms, all that kind of thing. But if you're going to call your mom, you can put that as low priority, and you can do that in 10 minutes. You can just say, hey mom, I'm just touching base with you right now. I can't have a longer conversation with you right now because I'm a little busy. But if you call me back someday, this day, we can have a longer conversation. I do that with my mother all the time. She don't like it, but me do it. So my video cut out, so I'm going to do the last portion of this. It's now night time, so the lighting is probably a little different, but I'm hoping the quality is still the same. Getting rid of clutter can help you to keep organized, as well as to help you to be productive. Getting rid of clutter and things that you don't need in your space obviously is something that's going to clear your mind and clear your physical space itself, and as a result, it kind of give you this clean blanket for you to kind of just start afresh. There's just something about a clean space that helps you to get to that point of mental health and doing what's best and perfect for you. It's a clutter-free space is just something that launches you off into minimalism, mindfulness, self-care, productivity, organization. And clutter doesn't necessarily have to mean physical thing. It can be a digital declutter. You can go through your phone and delete photos that you no longer need. Or what I usually do is just have my photo uploaded to my storage, my online iCloud storage, and then I go through probably once or twice a month or probably once a quarter and just clean out all the things that I don't need there and delete photos that I no longer need. So I do spend a lot of time a lot of money too in storing photos and stuff. That's because I'm a content creator, and that is how I create memories and I keep my memories intact. So I guess I do away with physical clutter. Keeping a space clutter free can make you more organized and make you more productive. Staying on top of things. When you stay on top of the things that you need to do by keeping them manageable, keeping your systems comfortable, knowing what your systems are, keeping your space organized, making a plan, making a list, identifying what you need to do, it will be a lot easier for you to stay on top of it. One of the main things I found with keeping organized and keeping productive is that if my systems work and it's easy for capture data and action on those data, I find that I don't have much problems with staying on top of it. So my process is that every weekend I clean out my photos and my videos that I don't need, so I have something fresh to start the next week.